Welcome to the Q&A with Andre. So as we get started, my goal on these Q&As is obviously to bring value, to give you guys whatever you need, right? In my business, in my profession, Badassery Factory, we coach people all over the world. I'm a motivational speaker. We have all sorts of things. So in that, there are people that reach out to me online, and some of them talk shit. Why are you so expensive? If you're doing God's work, then you would do it for free. So I'm like, there's such a big difference between doing God's work and taking clients on for free. Anyway, so my point about this little rant is that first of all, when you don't pay attention. That's number one. Number two, the people that bitch and complain, I did this as a takeaway. It's like, look, I'm doing this for free. Bring your questions. I will take them apart. So look, people can show up here every single week and ask the same question, and I will answer it until they get it. So you can get, there's free coaching. The people that bitch and complain don't even show up to these. My point is, for those y'all that are showing up, thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate it. The human dynamic doesn't stop. It never sleeps. It's constantly moving. It's constantly growing. It's this constant evolution of energy. So it's either positive or negative. There's only good and bad in this world. Only light, dark, positive, negative, plus, minus, right, left, female, male, right? There's no in between. You don't ever get a battery with a transgender plus sign or a transgender gender neutral minus sign. It doesn't work. It's a fucking battery with a plus and a minus, and that's it. I'm going to invent a new bathroom signs that should have a penis and a vagina, because that's really all that matters. All the other shit, that's in our heads. That's people going through the cycle of life and really fucking it up, my opinion. So you either have this or that. Simple. Anyway, that's another rant. So my point about this beautiful journey in life is that you either find ways to go into a positive direction, or you create ways of going and staying in negative directions. And the key is this: life never stops for you to say, oh, she or he is having a tough time. Let's everybody pause and wait for them to throw a little tantrum, and then we'll get right back to it. No, life keeps going. Time doesn't stop. Look at the world around us. You have a good day, bad day, money, no money, sex, no sex. Life keeps going. The world operates. The moon is still there. The sun is still there. What? It's amazing. Point is, we have to find ways to grow. We have to find ways where we make here, us, me, the priority, the number one, because until I am recharged, until I get to a place of feeling happy and content and full of love and a badass, what's the point? All right, enough of that. Why do some people feel ascension symptoms and some don't? Ascension is all about vibration. This whole universe is a vibration. It's all this big bubble of vibration. We are part of this universe, right? The concept of one. We're all one fabric. So everything that exists, that moves in this universe, we are all interconnected, intertwined through this beautiful matrix of energy. So you say, great, but if we're all connected, then why do some feel and some don't feel? Now, in this beautiful ball of energy, in this thing exists every level of vibration. So there's high vibration, there's medium vibration, there's low vibration. And ascension has to do with high vibration. Ascension has to do with ascending into another realm of energy, right? Obviously, we know we're talking about the next dimension, if you will. So dependent on where someone is, and when I say where someone is, it has to do with their level of consciousness. Consciousness happens to be measured through vibration. And someone that, for example, rings in at a level of 300 or 200 or 400, and this is all Dr. David Hawkins' actual science behind what I'm saying here. It's not just, oh, Andre's throwing out numbers. No, there's actual science here. So people, the human body, can get tested to figure out exactly where you vibrate. The last time I got checked, I was at 670. Which is a cool thing. It's a good place to be. That means I can go all the way to 1,000. And again, whatever that means. And I'm sure I have moments of 400. I have moments of 300, like, fuck that guy. Right? The idea is, where do you live most of the time? So it all has to do with vibration. I believe that everyone is affected by it. So let's say ascension has to do with vibration in the 800, 900, and 1,000 levels, right? Which is the upper echelon of this gamma of rays, if you will. I'm throwing out some big fucking words today because I want to. So let's say ascension is up in the upper, lighter love place, and acceptance and respect and honor and all this beautiful hippie conversation, right? Age of Aquarius stuff, 1,000 years of peace, God. Whoa, did you say God? Yeah. So imagine someone. So the higher levels are vibrating, let's say 800, 900, 1,000, right? This calibration. And let's say I'm level 300. And 300 is someone that's angry, that's in denial, that, you know, if they go to 200, they can possibly, shame, guilt can kick in, suicidal tendencies can kick in. I've been there, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Been there, done that. I just didn't do the suicide part. That's why I'm still here. Stop it. Anyway, so someone that's at 300 is going through life and doing their anger shit, and my job sucks, and fuck you spouse, and kids are assholes, and the neighbor, and never enough money, and my father treated me bad. And again, I can have all these stories around why my conscious level is at 300, and then it feels good to be at 300, right? We start building all this significance. What happens is this now, when that vibration kicks in, the 800-900 vibration of ascension comes around, meaning it's there, what do you think it does to a person that is at the level 300? And I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to pause. I'm going to put this on pause, and I'm going to put it right here on the shelf. Let's talk about a person that's in the 500s. 500, funny enough, is a level of love. So if you've achieved a level of love and acceptance, etc., then 500 is exactly where it's at. That's the calibration of Dr. David Hawkins. And it's a beautiful map. It's a beautiful map of exactly the human dynamic and where someone is. If you're level 500, 600, etc., how much closer are you to the 800-900? Oh, it's like right there. So imagine if there's a tornado happening. I believe tornadoes do this, right? What's the other, hurricane? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, tornadoes do this. Don't have to be smart to do this. So here's this tornado. If I'm 1,000 miles from it, am I going to feel it? Not so much, because it's 1,000 miles away. Does it mean it's not happening? No, it's happening, because you that are 2 miles away are going to be affected by it. True or true? If you're in it, holy shit, are you affected by it? So my point is, where are you in relation, or where's the person in relation to the thing? Now you say, well, the person that's at 300 is 1,000 miles away and they can never feel it. They can have ascension, etc. But what if they now have things in that area? What if they have a home, they have cars, they have things that are in the area of the tornado? Will they still feel it? And the answer is yes, maybe not directly because it's 1,000 miles away, but will it eventually get them? And the answer is yes. And how it gets them is by pissing them off even more. So watch people around you, because what's happening right now is magic. I mean, I'm literally, for the past couple of years, I'm watching people. Obviously, I work with a lot of people. I coach, I do what I do. And then I watch people online. I watch people post, and I look at everything. And what's amazing is that you see people that are angry get angrier, like something's irritating them. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are they irritated? And I'm like, I know exactly why. And then you see people that are growing at phenomenal rates. And then you see these people just really, really stuck and angry and pissed. And some will ascend, meaning some will ascend out of their level. Ascension doesn't mean that poof, you're gone, you're out and everything's beautiful. It could, doesn't mean that it has to, meaning that if somebody ascending from level 300 to 400, hey, did they ascend? Absolutely. If you go from 3 to 320, did you ascend? Yes, you did. The idea is to grow. So great question. Everybody feels it. It's a matter of how they feel it. They have to be conscious. They have to be open. They have to be self-aware. And the biggest thing I can share with you guys, self-awareness is everything. Knowing who the fuck you are and knowing in this moment right here that I am comfortable in my own skin. Boom, done. That's it. So think of people in the 300, 400, 200, even 450 levels. How conscious of themselves are they? And the answer is they're not. So we say, well, how come they can't feel the ascension? Because they're not in tune with themselves. I hope that makes sense, because you take somebody in the 5, 6, 7 levels and you got 8 and 9 going on. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You're going to see them shine. You're going to see them do magical things. You're going to see them help people. You're going to see them love people in a totally different way. You're going to see them reach out and do grander things in the universe and touch more people and build audiences, you know, whatever is that they do, etc. But you'll see what I'm talking about. Great question. Loved it. Thank you for asking that. That was huge. So it sounds like you're doing all the right things, meaning you're hitting Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's video today, as you guys know. That's why I do this on video, because otherwise I could do it on, voice chat or whatever. But this is video today is the thing. So when you see my snippets out there, right? The reels, the TikToks, the YouTube shorts, and all these things, the Insta stories, reels, etc. that I do. It's literally this content. This now goes to so to answer your question, Lisa, this here goes to my video editor, and he chops it up and it goes to the YouTube channel. Then it gets cut up into 60-second segments called snippets. And then these now are blasted in all platforms possible, even on Truth Social now. So video, you're doing all the right thing by spreading it out there. What's your business? I would love to know what your business is, Lisa. Like, what are you looking to build? And you're saying your livelihood, maybe it could be a timing thing, but right now it's my livelihood that hasn't been progressing much. So income is not producing. I post poems, inspirations. Okay. So, it's a tough one. Well, there's a market for everything, but obviously doing poems and inspirations, as in, are you positioning yourself as the authority on these things? Are they your poems? Are they your inspirations? Or are you carbon copying, copy paste type of thing? What do you have there? Bottom line is this: it's a business, right? You're looking to scale a business. So you have 28 subscribers on the YouTube channel. I don't know what you have on Facebook, Instagram. It doesn't matter. You're looking to scale, meaning to grow. So to scale any business, you can only do it through human resources or through technology. No other way to scale any kind of a business today. So right now you're talking about using technology, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc., to scale, but you still need the human dynamic to kick in to watch your shit, right? So it's a double whammy. You're going to have to use both. You're going to use technology to get to the people, and then you want those people to do stuff with it, like share and invite friends, or eventually, I don't know if you sell these things, how you monetize, etc. But I think your first question is how to build my YouTube channel. So you can go to Upwork.com. You can't hire anybody in Russia right now because Russia bad, according to Upwork and McDonald's and Pepsi and so many companies that are idiots because they don't know that what Russia is doing is actually a phenomenal good thing, and getting rid of human trafficking and biolabs and child trafficking and adrenochrome. And I'm going too far here. Damn it, you sucked me right in. Here's what's exciting. You can go to Upwork.com, and this is the most phenomenal platform. I have currently, I don't know, maybe 12, 14 VAs, virtual assistants, that do so many things for us, from graphics to ebooks to video editing, photo editing, to literally from India, Philippines, Albania, Turkey. I mean, they're all over the place. So my point is, you can go out there and get yourself help. And you literally post a job. You say, hey, YouTube help. I want to grow my YouTube. And you can find people, and I'm not bullshitting you. You can find people in certain parts of the world, India, for example, that'll help you for like $5, $6, $7 an hour. Where you get somebody in the US, you're going to pay 80 to a couple of $100 an hour for them for the same identical help. So you can get out there, throw a couple of bucks at this thing, and let somebody work with you and teach you and do the work for you. More importantly, you want to do what you're good at. So if you're good at creating content, writing poems, and you look great on camera, and you got the energy, and you're doing the poem, and you're putting emotion behind the poem, and life is great, and right, that's you. Let somebody else do the technical stuff. And I'm just sharing with you what I've done over the last maybe 5, 6 years, because I think I've tried everything. And the best and the fastest way to get to the result is to get help, get a coach in that space, whether it's, again, YouTube, growth, Google Analytics, and Google pay-per-click. And you can throw a few bucks at that because Google, YouTube, same platform. There's a lot to do. A website is also important because you can drive stuff there, take it back to the YouTube channel. Again, there's a lot. So the biggest thing I can tell you, because of where you're at, and I don't know how you monetize this, all your words, that's good. I'm not sure how you monetize, but anyway, that's what I would really, really tell you quickly to do. Get help. And the faster you go, the better, because we're in a race here for time and for information. How much information is coming at us and available to all of us every single moment? Holy shit. So yeah, you want to go and go fast. Beth, did you just compliment me that I look good on camera and it's the hair? Stop it. Whew. Well, thanks. Another question. With gas prices, economy, should we buy gold? Fuck yes. Would this be a good time to start a business? Fuck yes. Or venture into new business? Absolutely. So so your question is, with what's happening in the world and it's chaos, and we don't have any certainty really of where the economy is going, where the leadership is going, what's really happening, is it a good time to invest in gold, silver, specifically, and scale a business and or launch a new business? And the answer is abso-fucking-lutely. Here's why. There is no better time than now, because most people out there, your competition, is scared. So what they do is they hold on to their money, and they hold on to their resources, and they hold on to their fears. Oh, doom and gloom. We're attacking, Russia, bad. Ukraine. Oh, poor Ukraine. Look what's happening. Oh, or, the Russians are coming. And what they're doing is they're stagnating. So who is the opportunity for the person that is not that? So as long as you are not in fear and you see a potential, you see opportunity, you see what's happening in the real world, and you know what's coming, oh my Lord, this is the time to hit. This is the time to, whatever idea you have, whether it's an existing business that you feel is scalable and there is opportunity out there, because there are times where people say, my business is the best thing in the world. I'm going to put $1 million behind it. I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to advertise. And guess what? Did you research to see if there's market share for it? Are there people there looking to buy your stuff? And depending on certain situations, you may be a great idea, but it was probably a good idea 8 years ago. It could have been phenomenal. It could have made you billions, but things change. Buying patterns change. So the answer is yes, 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 across the board. Start a business, blow up your business, buy gold, buy silver, buy certain cryptos. And again, I'm not giving you financial advice. That's my disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you advice. I'm simply answering this based on what I do today. So yes, we're scaling the fuck out of all of our businesses. We're pushing, because this is the time. I'm telling you, when this world changes and the new leaf is turned and we're in the age of abundance and love and happiness and that beautiful God place, let's say that's in 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. Nobody has that answer, but do you want to just start then? Or do you want to start now and be already positioned to blow up, positioned to help millions of people. And that's really the key here. Is your business positioned to help people, to change lives? Because if it's not changing somebody's life, don't do it. I guess that's my opinion. That's just the way I look at all businesses. If it's not changing somebody's life, I can't sell it. I can't be a part of it. It has to literally alter somebody's life. And I apply that to real estate. I apply that to when we build a home and then flip, it's spec or flip or whatever it may be. I do it with the intention that this design will rock a family's world. I mean, I literally do it from that perspective. So otherwise I won't do it. It'll just be a house. And what's the fucking point? So great question. Go big. And Cardone says, is it go big or go home? No, he says go big or go bigger. And this is a time to go bigger. Hi, Maria Kramer. Welcome to the show. What do we have? Lisa, I have a Cash App if people wish to donate. Yeah, but you're not going to make money that way, because if people wish to donate, then you sound like a charity. You're not running a business. So and again, I don't know what you're talking about as far as because this donate thing, maybe you're making 10 grand a month and you're cool with that. Or maybe you're making $20 a month. I don't know much about that, but if you want to create income and build a business around this, you have to build a business around it first, and then be able to have products where maybe it's a subscription model, maybe they get a monthly thing out of it for a certain amount of money, or you coach them on how to write poetry. You know what I mean? You got to get creative. Like, what are you really, really good at, and how can what you have change somebody's life? And if you bridge those two worlds of what you have and changing somebody's life, then all of a sudden, then the next question is, how much is that worth? How much is that worth to that person? I know my time is valuable. So let's say it's worth $50 an hour for you. I don't know. It could be $1,000 an hour. Figure that out. And the business will launch from there. But you have to internally know that your stuff is valuable. You have to put a price point next to your work and your time and your efforts. If you don't fail, you haven't done shit yet. But this is the journey. You have to kick ass and just take it hard, take it hardcore, and just push, because who you become in the journey of scaling a business, launching a business, fucking up a business, losing a business, the growth you have. There's no school in the world to teach you what the streets will teach you by fucking up a business. It's just magic. So yeah, I'm telling you guys, go big or go home. Messenger. So somebody said, I was diagnosed with anxiety and don't like the way meds make me feel. He says, I was diagnosed with anxiety, but I don't like the way meds make me feel. So I'm going to take this in a few ways. Number one, here's the predicament somebody puts themselves in. The most powerful words known to man today are I am. When you create an I am statement, I was diagnosed, therefore I am, I exist in this state called anxiety. That's the first fuckery. What you believe is everything, because your thoughts in this question comes out of a belief system called I have anxiety. I am anxiety. I experience anxiety. So the first thing I want to knock out of the gate is stop speaking bullshit over your life. You may have a situation currently that makes you feel in a certain way. We can say that. It's called anxiety. It's anxious. But then you have to go to the next level. What do I do about it? What is it? What is anxiety? How is it created? What's happening in my body that I'm feeling this, I want to fucking die? Because that's what anxiety really is. It's not suicidal. It's not suicide. It could become that, but it's not that. It's fuck. It can get you into a panic state. It can get you into I don't want to be here state. It could get you into a few different states, but anxiety itself sucks. Not fun. Been there, done that. Many years of growing out of anxiety. I have thousands of hours at this shit. Yay for me. But I'm able to speak on it because I have the experience. So here's what happens. I was just the same way. Doctors said, oh, pop these pills. And it was like, whoa, life is good, man. But same thing. Interesting. I don't like the way meds make me feel. So I had the same thing. I'm like, I don't like this thing. What's going on? It made weird. It made it feel awkward. Here's bottom line. Anxiety. So let's go into what is anxiety. Anxiety is fear of a potential future. Write that down. Anxiety is fear of a potential, obviously negative future. And we create these movies in our heads, these stories, these what if scenarios. If I lose my job, this and that and the other thing will happen. If I don't go to the soccer game for the kids, then these things will happen. Fuck. If I don't have money to pay the mortgage, then all these ramifications will happen. So the brain starts, right? And anxiety can also come from overwhelm. So if you have way too much, if you've committed to doing way too many things, this pressure, this overwhelm kicks in, and the chest starts tightening and the heart rate goes up and we get tingly in the face. The vision gets blurry. What is going on? Is it a heart attack? Am I dying? Been there, done that. Thank you, Maria Kramer. Anxiety is a fear of potential future. So anxiety is nothing but I'm scared of what could possibly go wrong. And how much time do we all spend and how much possibly can go wrong? Why don't we flip that into what can go right? Why don't we celebrate what is right? Why don't we celebrate what is good? Why don't we celebrate what is working? Whoa, stop it. Did I go there? Yeah. So anxiety is obviously a lie. It doesn't exist because it's not here. These things that we're talking about, these things that we're worried about, these things that we're scared of, they're a potential fearful future, but they become a reality now because we have now become focused on these issues, on these fears, and we start thinking about them at great length, and we go into this spiral of a thought process that takes us down a rabbit hole of all these subcategories of, let's say, I can't pay my mortgage, then what could happen? Holy shit, I'll lose my home. And then if I lose my home, what's the next level? Shit, where do I live? Next level. What if I'm homeless? If I'm homeless, what could possibly happen? I'll have to hang out with druggies and people that will beat me up. Let's go to the next level. What are my family members going to think and say and talk about me? How about my friends? How about my coworkers or coworkers? And it goes on and on and on. And this rabbit hole is never fucking ending until you stop it. And this is the thing. So the guy that had the question, I know is going to watch this later. The point is to you, Mr. Number One, figure out what I'm telling you what anxiety is, but you want to start doing research. And of course, get a coach. I'm going to tell you guys that all the time. Get a coach, get a hypnotherapist, get somebody that really knows what they are doing in this world, because it's all fear. Please understand, all of this is nothing but fear, fear, fear. So what I'm telling you to do is get a coach, get information, figure out exactly what anxiety is. And I'm going to give you a secret right here. Anxiety is based on your belief system, which causes you to think about and talk about certain things that bring you a negative result. That's all anxiety is. That's it. Very simple. So you say, well, great. If that's it, what do I do to change it? Well, the only way to change anxiety is through either your thoughts and your words, changing your belief system, or through hypnosis. Either way, you want to go through hypnosis that takes all of this into theta mode, and that gets access to the subconscious mind to reprogram, or repetition. So I have an exercise called I Am 111, and the purpose of I Am 111 is to rewrite the blueprint in here, to rewrite the DNA sequence, to now me believe I am a fucking badass at all times. Yep, shit happens. Yep, there are situations. Got it. But guess what? My state is badass. I'm happy. I'm content. I'm powerful. I'm a child of God. I am amazing. I am sexy. I am beautiful. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am amazing. I'm hot. I can go on. Because that's what I believe. It wasn't always this way, but today this is what I believe. And what I believe now is an energy, it's a vibration. So when I walk into a room, Do you think people feel that? Fuck yeah. When I get on these videos here and I talk about life and exciting things and ascension and anxiety and people growing out of it and become loving and become powerful, my energy goes through these wavelengths of video and audio, and that's the journey. This is the goal. So anxiety, very simple. It's funny enough, it's not complicated. Man, when I was in it, fuck, was it difficult. Once I understood it, I'm like, holy shit, that's all I got to do? Boom. And then you shift immediately. Fuck yeah, Jay, you're a child of God. What's up, brother? It's funny how we've never met, but we got this connection. It's weird, but one day, you get what you are. And what you are is nothing but vibration. We are this ball of energy. And, you know, from on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest possible energy, somebody that's just loving and exciting and always praising God, and we're going to do great things in the world. That person is at 10, let's say, right? But then let's say somebody's at 5 where it's like, yeah, life is good, but I wish I had more. And, you know, I sort of screwed up in the past, etc. You're going to see the difference. You're going to feel the difference. So if you're a 5, go to a 6. If you are a 5, you're going to attract people that are right there, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to look up to the 6s. Oh my God, that person's so cool. I want to hang out with them. Fuck number 4. I don't want to hang out with them. They're shit. They're just always complaining, right? Point is, you attract your tribe because you're a vibe. Thank you, Beth, for that. That was awesome. Stop with the hair. I'm getting self-conscious now. I'm just kidding. I'm not. Thank you. What's up, Britlin Perkins? Welcome to the show. This little Q&A. It's not really a show. It's a Q&A. All right. So second question. And it's funny because I don't want to use names, but this one's from a female. She says, how can I forgive someone that hurt me? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, man. Here's what happens. Everything we do in life is choice. And hear me closely, lady that asked this question, and everybody else. Everything that we do in life is choice. Everything we think about is choice. Everything we talk about is choice. Everything we feel is choice. Listen to the words. Someone hurt me. Is this person placing themselves into the victim category? Yes. Is that choice? Yes. So, lady, ma'am, that I'm answering this to, here's bottom line. Nobody hurt you. That person did what they did. It was just a situation. You chose, and we all do this, we choose to build stories around situations, and then we give them meaning, and then we give them emotion, and then we give them power by thinking and focusing on that situation of what that person did to me, you motherfucker, you son of a, and we go into this thing that fills the chest with all these movements and emotions, and at the end of the day, guess what? That is poison in your body. Not his, not hers over there. Who's holding on to the shit? Listen to the other part of the question. How can I forgive someone? Well, the concept of forgiving means that you truly believe that that person did something to you, to hurt you. Nobody does shit to you. They just do them. If they do bad, they are doing bad. They will have to deal with that consequence. Nobody's doing like, oh, he cheated on me. He didn't cheat on you. He cheated on himself. Because he's a piece of shit, and that's what he does. Remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. So if somebody's out there cheating, who do you think they're cheating with? Do the math, right? And that's why people outgrow each other sometimes. So the idea of how can I forgive? Well, that means you're holding on to shit. So number one, poison in your body because you're choosing it. And what happens, and this is the motherfucker, and this is where the thing really hurts people because they're unconsciously doing this. They now, because this situation happened and they took on this story, what happens is it becomes an addiction. So Beth, as you're talking about helping people with addiction, I'm doing the same thing, but you're dealing with substance. I'm dealing with emotion, which in the body shows up the same way. And that's what's weird. You got people addicted to this situation here where I want to forgive. How can I forgive someone that hurt me? So we hold on to this thing and now it becomes a part of who I am. And this is the problem, because once these stories in our minds and these emotions give me significance, I am now fucked. And this is the problem. Once I give power to this thing to such a place to where now it starts controlling my life, I cannot do certain things. I cannot love again. I cannot be around certain people. I cannot do business with that group because he, they, it hurt me. Get over yourself. Nobody hurt you. And this is tough love right here. Nobody hurt you. They did what they did. The problem is that you were in an insecure moment at that time where it's like, oh, they did it to me. Woe with me. They didn't do shit to you. Sorry. They're going to deal with their own poison. But what I'm telling you right now to do is to literally sever the head off of that serpent. And the way you do it, not that serpent over there. The serpent is the one you're holding on to, that painful place of, I was hurt. Let it fucking go. You weren't hurt. You chose these emotions that you call I'm hurt because that person did A, B, C. Bullshit. So to forgive means to give forth, to let go, let God, detach. Healing comes from forgiveness. So, which means let go. It's done. It's not even yours. And that's the big motherfucker. What that person did or said, they did that. Had nothing to do with you, unless you believe it did. Let it go. Isn't there a song? Let it go. Frozen, damn it. Most people don't control emotions because they're not conscious that these emotions are controllable. Just like exactly what this lady here that's talking about somebody hurt me. She's not conscious of herself. She's not conscious of the fact that she is creating these emotions, right? So you look at society. So Jay, look at the people around you. Can the people around you really, really control their emotions? And the answer is really not, because they're not aware of themselves. Their self-awareness is the biggest commodity on the planet. If I can create a pill to make people self-aware, holy Lord, would we be in business in a different way. But that's the epitome of the problem of the world today, the human dynamic, where we're not self-aware. And if you're not self-aware, you're not aware of your emotions. You're not aware of your unconscious behavior. That's the mofo. Dude, we're built perfect. The way we are built, if you break this down and literally understand the levels of the complexity of this physical body and then the energetic body, whether it's a spirit, a soul, I don't know, but wow, is it perfect? Wow, is it perfect? You got blood flow and you have white cells and red cells, and the heart does its thing to push this blood to flow, and you got kidneys and liver and they clean stuff and they detox stuff, and you have lungs for oxygen. Wow, what a concept. And then you got skin that's elastic and knows how to heal itself, and whoa, are we amazing. But do we really stop to focus on that and be grateful for how amazing and perfect we are? We have everything inside of this to do anything that's in this universe. The only problem is that we don't believe certain things are possible, which means that we only believe this is possible. I'm just going to get a good job. I want to have a good life. I want to have a good marriage, a safe one. I want to have a safe environment because of fear. Come on, what's possible out there? What's possible in the world? Anything. How much money can you make? As much as you believe, right? What kind of relationship can you attract? Whatever you believe. What level hot wife can you get? Look at Trump. Boom, I just dropped the Trump card. You follow me? So it's all about what we believe. We can do anything in this world, but we are perfect. I'm telling you, when people say, well, you're not perfect, only God's perfect. What the fuck am I? If God made me and I am essence of God, drop it right there. We are perfect. We're made in his image. So what does that mean? That I'm made in his image, but his image is perfect and mine's not? Bullshit. I don't like Bible thumpers. All right. So Maria Kramer, you're saying claiming someone hurt me is giving my power away. 100%. Yes. I used to create so many stories around what adulting did you me? What adulting did you me? I don't know what that means. Instead of making a different choice that honored me. Not sure what that means, but oh, what someone did to me. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So that's exactly it. You either become a victim or a martyr, or you take fucking responsibility and you become a leader. That's the simplicity of this life. If you want to become a leader, take responsibility. That's it. If you start blaming, again, what that person did, the economy is bad, so I can't make money today. Can't really get a job today because, nobody's hiring. If you make excuses, then you're 100% correct. You are going to live in that bubble of pain. But you can also take responsibility to say, okay, cool. What's happening in society? Where's the economy? Oh, that's what's happening? Inventory. Okay, where are the opportunities? Oh, where are people spending money today? Because here's the problem. You're not understanding that people are still buying $4 or $5 fucking cups of coffee. People still have money and they're still spending money. Gas is like $6.29. I filled up with $6.29 yesterday. It used to be $3. There's still a line at the fucking gas station. People are still spending money. So for you to say, oh, there's no opportunity today, people are not spending money, I disagree. Bullshit. People say people are moving out of California. You can't find a house today that's on the market, doesn't have multiple overbids. And we're already 40% high. Why? Ask yourself why. So there's plenty of opportunity. It's your mindset that's fucked. Change your mindset, damn it. You understand that you are today because of all the choices that you've made in the last 50 years, however old you are here today because of everything you've done. That's it. Again, taking responsibility for everything I've done. If I now start blaming, that thing happened because that asshole and this thing happened because of that bitch. Well, I'm not taking responsibility because I'm blaming. I become the victim. Oh, poor me. What I'm suggesting is take responsibility for exactly where you are. And you say, well, okay, so I'm here today, but what I really want is I want to be here. I want to have this much money, this kind of relationship, this kind of health, this kind of body weight, this kind of composition, these hobbies, this kind of car. Really figure out what it is you want and say, okay, cool. One, is it possible? And the answer better be fucking yes. Do you guys know that nothing comes to us, to this DNA, to this vibration, if it's not already done? This will fuck you up. And this is the science behind you cannot fail if you do the work. A thought, an idea, whether it's of a business, of a hot chick, a hot guy, a car, a Lambo, a Ferrari, that idea will not enter your space if it's not already done and aligned. It's just over there. All you got to do is go get it. This is the magic. This is the promise. But people get these ideas of the Lamborghini and they're like, oh, stop it. The Lamborghini, well, that's, $325,000. That's for the rich guys. Not for me. My Ford Escape is just swell. Yeah, guess what? You're 100% correct. Your Ford Escape should help you escape your fucking mindset because you're going to be stuck there until you make a decision and start taking action towards a Lamborghini because it's what you want. So what I'm saying is everything's possible. Once you start taking, even if it's just thoughts, like this person still asked the right question because this person didn't say about the forgiving. It wasn't about like, oh, it's tough, I can't forgive, I don't know how. She literally said, how can I? So if you learn the words, how can I get the Lambo? How can I get the hot wife? How can I get that six-pack guy? How can I get that business, that money, that level of success, whatever it looks like for you? How can I get on that stage? Now the brain goes to work and it starts attracting that thing. Because remember, if you get an idea to be on stage with Gary Vee, what happens now, it means that it's already done. In this fabric of oneness, remember we started this conversation today about the fabric of oneness. So understanding that when a thought comes in, whether it's from God, the universe, it came out of nowhere, I don't give a shit. If it came in somehow, it's already done. All you got to do is take action now, to get it closer and closer and closer to you until pop, you are on stage with Gary Vee. You get the Lamborghini, you get the hot wife, the six-pack guy, on and on and on. This is the power of creation, is believing that that thing is already yours, believing that it's meant for you, believing that it's already done. But guess what? Now it takes fucking work. You actually have to put yourself out there, go get the shit that you want. And this is where the ones that succeed because they got the balls, the chutzpah, the whatever to go get it. And the other ones are sitting on the sidelines. Oh, economy is tough. Oh, look what Biden's doing. Oh, Trump. Oh, Russia. Oh, it's so bad. Look at the gas prices. I can't start a business today at $6 a gallon. I'd be out of business before I started. Duality is everything. This universe is duality, meaning the universe is magnetism and electricity. Electricity is a spark and magnetism is the movement. So electricity provides life, and then the flow is through magnetism, push-pull, right? You take a couple of magnets, they either reject or they click, they connect. So everything is duality. And I made a point, if you back up and listen to this, but I made a point about bathroom signs because I don't believe in, the hybrid duality concept of transgender or the other gender or non-gender or binary, non-binary. You cannot possibly be non-binary because it's all binary. Everything's binary. It's the universe is binary. So the joke was, maybe it's not a joke, maybe one day, bathroom signs should have a picture of a penis or a vagina. That's it. You got that. You got this one, you go here. You got this one, you go there, because everything else is bullshit up here. Anyways, the concept of duality and living in a binary system, look at our DNA sequence. It's binary. Look at light, dark. Look at the opposites of plus, minus. Look at he, she, male, female. You got right, left. You got positive, negative on a battery. I think I already said that. So it goes on and on and on. Everything in this world, yin yang, operates from a equal and opposite side. Black, white, right? So great question. That's my opinion. Everything in this universe is a binary system, the world of duality, which really breaks down to the core, the foundation of all existence. Magnetism and electricity. Spark, movement. Boom. Great question. Thank you, sir. We are 3 minutes from the top of the hour. Bam. Well, you guys, thank you for hanging out. You are complete rock stars. I will do this every Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And again, my goal is to help. My goal is to provide value, tools, nuggets for you guys to take and use during the week to get you to a higher level of your consciousness, of your ascension journey. And the goal, the only thing I can ask you guys for is anybody that you know is struggling, needing something, help in any kind of a way where they're just not there emotionally, they're not lit up on life yet, invite them into the group, get them onto this thing, help them ask questions. Let's get this thing blowing up and helping a lot of people. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging out. Peace out.